Hello everyone, this is where I would like to travel next. Have you visited? There's a certain magic that whispers on the wind in Egypt, a feeling that you've stepped not just into another country, but into another time entirely. It's a land saturated with history, where every grain of sand seems to hold a story from millennia past. Imagine the scent of spice markets mingling with the dry desert air, the call to prayer echoing over bustling city streets, and the mighty Nile River flowing endlessly, just as it did for the pharaohs. This isn't just a holiday, it's a grand, sweeping adventure for the soul, a chance to walk in the footsteps of legends and witness wonders that have captivated humanity for centuries. It's a place that gets under your skin in the most marvelous way. My own journeys here have left me utterly spellbound, and I simply must share the enchantment with you. Of course, one simply cannot speak of Egypt without first picturing them, the Great Pyramids of Giza. Standing on the edge of the desert, they are the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. And my goodness, they do not disappoint. No photograph, no film, can ever truly prepare you for the moment you stand at their base, craning your neck to take in their sheer, staggering size. These are not just piles of stone, they are mountains of history, built with an ingenuity that still baffles the cleverest minds today. Just a short stroll away lies their silent guardian, the Great Sphinx. What a marvelous, enigmatic creature it is. With the body of a lion and the head of a king, it has gazed out across the sands for millennia, its expression a riddle that no one has ever truly solved. Sitting before it as the sun begins to set, casting long, dramatic shadows, is a profoundly moving experience. I do recommend getting there early, to avoid the midday heat and the largest crowds. The morning light paints the pyramids in the most beautiful, soft gold. And do consider hiring a lovely, well-cared-for camel for a short ride. It might seem a bit of a cliché, but seeing the pyramids from that gentle, swaying vantage point, with the desert stretching out before you, is an iconic experience you simply must have. The Giza Plateau is more than just a tourist site. It's a pilgrimage destination for the curious heart, a true wonder of the world. Cairo! What an intoxicating, exhilarating whirlwind of a city. It is a magnificent, sprawling metropolis that assaults the senses in the most wonderful way possible. The constant symphony of car horns, the enchanting call to prayer echoing from countless minarets, the chatter of crowded coffee houses, and the fragrant aroma of street food all blend into one unforgettable experience. It's a place where you can get gloriously lost in ancient alleyways one moment and find yourself in a chic, modern art gallery the next. One simply must dedicate a day, or even two, to its museums. The Grand Egyptian Museum, a truly spectacular new home for the nation's treasures, is an absolute must. To see the golden death mask of Tutankhamun in person is to be struck speechless by its beauty and craftsmanship. It's an intimate encounter with a boy who became a legend. Wandering through halls filled with colossal statues, intricate jewelry, and everyday objects preserved for thousands of years is like time traveling. After you've had your fill of ancient history, you must dive into the labyrinthine lanes of the Khan el-Khalili Bazaar. This is shopping as theater. Here you can find everything from shimmering lanterns and hand-hammered copperware to fragrant spices and exquisite perfumes. Stop for a glass of sweet mint tea or a strong Egyptian coffee at a historic cafe like El Fishawi and just watch the world go by. Ah, Luxor. If Cairo is the heart of modern Egypt, then Luxor is its ancient soul. Built on the site of the great city of Thebes, the former capital of the pharaohs at the height of their power, this place is quite simply staggering. On the east bank of the Nile, where the sun rises, you'll find the temples of the living. Your first stop must be the Temple of Karnak. It's not so much a single temple as a vast complex of sanctuaries, pylons, and obelisks dedicated to the Theban gods. To walk through its great hypostyle hall is to feel utterly dwarfed and humbled. You wander through a forest of 134 colossal columns, each one covered in intricate hieroglyphs, reaching up towards the sky like giant stone papyrus stalks. Just a short distance away, connected by the newly restored Avenue of Sphinxes, is the Luxor Temple. It's particularly magical at night as the temple is illuminated, casting a warm, golden glow on its statues and colonnades. On the west bank, the land of the setting sun, you will find the City of the Dead. This is where you'll discover the legendary Valley of the Kings, the secret burial ground of pharaohs like Tutankhamun and Ramses the Great. Descending into the cool, silent tombs, you enter another world. The walls are covered in vibrant paintings, their colors astonishingly preserved after thousands of years, depicting the soul's perilous journey to the afterlife. Nearby, the magnificent temple of Hatshepsut, a stunning terraced structure built for Egypt's most powerful female pharaoh, rises dramatically from the cliff face. After the monumental grandeur of Luxor, arriving in Aswan feels like a gentle, soothing exhale. This is where the Nile is at its most beautiful, flowing serenely around granite boulders and lush green islands. The pace of life slows down here, and the atmosphere is wonderfully relaxed and tranquil. The people here, the Nubians, have a rich and distinct culture of their own, and their warmth and hospitality are as legendary as the river itself. The best way to experience Aswan is from the water. I insist you take a trip on a felucca, a traditional wooden sailing boat with a single elegant lateen sail. There is nothing quite like gliding silently on the Nile, powered only by the breeze, as the sun begins to dip towards the horizon. Your boat captain will likely be a charming Nubian who might sing you a song or point out the local wildlife. Sail around Elephantine Island, past the beautiful botanical gardens of Kitchener's Island, and wave to the children playing on the riverbanks. One of the most enchanting sights in Aswan is the Temple of Philae. After the construction of the Aswan High Dam threatened to submerge it forever, this beautiful temple was painstakingly dismantled and moved piece by piece to the higher ground of Ajalkia Island. Dedicated to the goddess Isis, it is a jewel of Ptolemaic architecture, a place of romance and beauty. Reaching it by a small motorboat adds to the magic, as the temple seems to rise gracefully from the waters as you approach. Don't miss a visit to a Nubian village. You'll be struck by the brightly painted houses, decorated with colorful geometric patterns. Here, you can experience a different side of Egyptian culture, perhaps invited for hibiscus tea and learning about unique Nubian traditions. After being saturated with the magnificent dust of ancient history, a trip to the Red Sea coast is the perfect refreshing tonic. It's a completely different side of Egypt, a world of turquoise waters, vibrant coral reefs, and sun-drenched beaches. Places like Hurghada and Sharm el-Sheikh have grown from sleepy fishing villages into bustling resorts that cater to every whim. The real treasure here, of course, lies just beneath the surface. The Red Sea is one of the world's premier diving and snorkeling destinations, and for very good reason. The underwater world is a kaleidoscope of color, a bustling metropolis of marine life. Just by putting on a mask and snorkel and floating from the beach, you can see dazzling parrotfish, elegant angelfish, and maybe even a friendly sea turtle gliding by. For the more adventurous souls, a boat trip to one of the famous offshore reefs, like Ras Mohammed National Park, is an absolute must. You can swim alongside vast schools of shimmering fish, spot moray eels peeking out from their crevices, and perhaps even glimpse a majestic manta ray or a gentle whale shark. But you don't have to spend all your time in the water. The resorts themselves offer a wonderful opportunity to simply relax and recharge. You can lounge by a sparkling pool, sip a cool drink at a beachside bar, or indulge in a delicious meal of freshly caught seafood. For a touch of adventure on land, consider a quad bike excursion into the desert canyons at sunset, followed by dinner under the stars at a Bedouin camp. The Red Sea provides the perfect end to an Egyptian journey, a chance to wash off the desert dust and reflect on all the ancient wonders you've seen, all while basking in glorious sunshine. Navigating a country as vast and varied as Egypt is all part of the grand adventure, darling. For longer distances between cities like Cairo, Luxor, and Aswan, the sleeper train is an experience I wholeheartedly recommend. There's something wonderfully old-fashioned and romantic about it. You can fall asleep to the gentle rocking of the train and wake up in the morning to see the lush, green fields of the Nile Valley gliding past your window. For shorter journeys or for those on a tighter budget, Egypt has a comprehensive network of air-conditioned buses. They connect all the major towns and cities and are a reliable and affordable way to travel. Within the cities, taxis are plentiful and relatively inexpensive. In Cairo, most taxis now use a meter, which makes things very straightforward. For a more local and rather fun experience in cities like Luxor or Aswan, you can also hop in a horse-drawn carriage, known as a caleche, for a short trip. Of course, the most iconic and luxurious way to travel between Luxor and Aswan is on a Nile cruise. Most cruises include guided tours of major temples like Komombo and Edfu. Waking up each morning on the river, watching the sunrise over the palm trees from your private balcony, is a truly sublime experience. An adventure in Egypt is as much about the tastes and experiences as it is about the ancient sites. The food, my dears, is simply divine. You absolutely must try kashari, the national dish, a wonderfully comforting bowl of rice, lentils, and macaroni, topped with chickpeas, a spicy tomato sauce, and crispy fried onions. One of my favorites is simply finding a local awa, or coffee shop, and settling in for an hour. Order a strong Egyptian coffee or a sweet, fragrant mint tea, and perhaps try a shisha pipe if you're feeling adventurous. This is the heart of Egyptian social life. A camel ride at the pyramids is an absolute must-do. There is a certain magic to swaying gently atop one of these magnificent grumpy creatures, seeing the pyramids framed between its ears. It's a photo opportunity and a memory that will make you smile for years to come. As your incredible journey through this land of wonders draws to a close, you'll find that Egypt has a way of staying with you. It's more than just a collection of stunning photographs and souvenirs. It's a feeling that settles deep within your soul. You'll carry with you the memory of the sun rising over the Valley of the Kings, the humbling scale of the Karnak Temple, and the gentle lapping of the Nile against the side of a felucca. These are not just memories, they are experiences that change you, that broaden your perspective on history and humanity. My fondest piece of advice for any traveler to this magnificent country is to travel with grace and respect. Remember that you are a guest in a culture that is ancient and proud. Dress modestly, especially when visiting mosques and religious sites. Be mindful of local customs, particularly during the holy month of Ramadan. A little sensitivity and awareness will be deeply appreciated and will open doors to more genuine and meaningful interactions with the wonderful Egyptian people. Be prepared for a full sensory experience. Egypt is not a quiet or sterile place. It is loud, vibrant, sometimes chaotic, and always full of life. Embrace it. Let go of any rigid expectations and allow yourself to go with the flow. So as you prepare to say ma'asalama, goodbye, to Egypt, know that a part of it will travel with you. You came to see the treasures of the pharaohs, but you will leave with the treasure of 1,000 memories, of warm smiles, of incredible sights, and of a connection to a story that spans millennia. Egypt doesn't just show you its history, it invites you to become a small part of its ongoing narrative. And I have a feeling that, like me, you'll find yourself longing to return to its golden sands and timeless river before you've even landed back home.